If you have hesitation to speak on stage, if you want to be the number one anchor, if you want to attract the audience, I'm going to tell you the top 10 secrets of public speaking. Make sure to watch this video till the last, as the last two are really very important. Hi, my name is Girish Sharma and I welcome you all to my this YouTube channel. This video is very special for everybody because all the experiences which I had of last 7 to 8 years of public speaking, in this video I'm going to reveal all the top 10 secrets of how to attract the audience. Secret number 1: always start with something unexpected. Make sure you are not at all visible to your audience before the show. If you want to have any sort of conversation with the client, tell them that you can meet in a room or in a what we call it, in a green room or some other place. Make sure that you are not at all visible to the audience and you are not sitting in front of them, because when they see you, 50% of excitement have gone. So if you are not visible to them and if you just appear on stage while dancing, singing or coming in between the public, or you can decide whatever is comfortable to you, but you have to start something unexpected that they have not expected. Oh my god, from where this guy has started. Generally you must have seen my videos. I start because I love dancing as well. Sorry. So I start generally with the dancing, but if you are good at the singing, you can start with the singing also, or if you can come in from the audience as well. So the opening 1 minute is the most important for your show to get successful. Why? Because it's all about psychology. Like, in 1 minute only, human mind decide, okay, I have to get attracted to this anchor, I have to listen to him, or I don't want to listen to him. Just in 1 minute they decided. So make sure your first minute is very important and you started unexpected. The second, create emotions. If you see, there are the layers by which you get connected with the audience. I have done the shows where people have started crying while I leave that city, because they get so connected with me. So you have to get connected to the audience at the emotional level. For example, if you are hosting any wedding, then the relationship between father and the daughter, how important that relationship is. The relationship between the mother and the son, how important it is. If you are working or if you are hosting for a corporate team building, or if you are hosting for a corporate dealers meet, then how important the friendship or the bonding at the corporate culture, how important it is, the bonding between the boss and the employees. If you get connected to their emotional level, if you get connected, if you connect their emotions, you must have seen one activity which I do in my videos also, where I tell them to hug each other. Because what happens in that particular activity, they get connected with each other from the heart. And if they get connected to each other from the heart, definitely they get connected to you as well, and they start this evening. And this is very important. My third point of the public speaking, of attracting the audience, this is the biggest secret. Generally, whenever we do the stage, only your first 1 minute have to be on stage. After that, you should always be with the audience. You should always interacting with them. You should have all sort of conversation. You should go to their tables. You should go to their chairs. You should ask their names. You should always be with the audience. It means you should have as much as conversation as much possible, because people don't like to only just listen and watch at one place. They don't want to see it. They want somebody who comes to them, who talks to them, and who is having a good conversation with them. So make sure you spend your more time in ground or in audience area as compared to the stage. So I always start my event just 1 minute on stage, and after that I'm always with the audience, except then when there is a formal part. For example, when there is the nominee for the awards, which you have to say of course from the stage, or when there is some formal presentation going on, which of course you have to speak from the stage. But apart from that, make sure you are always with the audience in ground, in public. Now the fourth is, never ever have the negative thoughts. I'm telling you, with my experience of almost 3000 shows, which I say I don't remember, however, audience is the king. They understand every pulse. The moment you start feeling 1% negative, oh my god, this audience is not getting attracted towards me, or you had any fight with the event company people there, or you're not feeling happy from inside, they can judge you in seconds. They can judge you in seconds, trust me. So it is very very important for you to, even if somebody die also somewhere, even there is some bomb blast also, you have to feel from your heart inside very happy, very charming. You have to feel that this is the happiest day of your life, because audience can judge you in seconds. In seconds, if you are not feeling confident from inside, they will judge you and they will not at all get connected with you. So never ever have even a iota of negative thoughts. Keep it in your mind and always say before starting the show. Now the fifth is, it is little technical, which this is known as the cognitive dissonance. Means you have to involve the human mind into the questions. Always ask questions. You must have seen in my videos as well that I ask the questions and people ask me that hey, what is the answer of this question? Answer is not at all important. What is the answer of the question? The psychology is that when you ask the questions, people who are talking to each other, people who are busy with their mobile and everything, this is the human tendency. When I get some work, when my mind is getting some work, then definitely my mind will get involved in finding the answer of that question. So make sure that you always ask the questions. By doing this, you always involve the audience into your conversation, and they cannot have their one-to-one conversation. They will definitely get involved with your questions, and then you can have the pulse, and then you can get connected with them. The sixth is storytelling. Everybody wants to listen to story. Remember when we were child, so we used to listen to our dadis, nanis stories. Storytelling is something which even Narendra Modi, Barack Obama, everybody use in their day-to-day conversation with the audience. Why? We all love stories, so make sure to say something about you, some story about you, like how you started your anchoring career and how difficult it was, and in between you have to tell your story that I always feel connected with you guys because you are also successful, you also have achieved something which is beyond expectation. And same goes with my career also. 6 years back when I started, I had no show. So this way you can start. When you start telling a story about you, trust me, the audience get involved with you at personal level. So storytelling about you is very very important. This is the sixth point which I told you. Seventh point, I use it a lot. Keep moving. See, you have to understand the psychology of the audience. You have to involve with all the senses with the audience. If you are standing just at one place and saying hello and welcome, I welcome you all, then they have to just listen to you. But if you're moving from, for example, I went there, now you're looking, I went here, now you're looking, so you have to keep moving from one place to another on stage as well, so that you are involving their two senses. First, they have to listen to you, and the second, that they have to keep on looking at you. Okay, you are going this way, so they have to look at this side. You are going this way, they have to look this side. So you are involving two senses. They have to watch you also, and they have to listen you also. So always keep on moving. And if possible, you can have a request to the event company that you don't want to speak on that desk and the dais. You would never ever watch even a single video of mine where I'm speaking on desk, because 70% of your body language is not at all visible, so you cannot get connected with the audience at all. So you have to keep on moving on stage from one place to another. Now the eighth point, which you must have heard many times, but trust me, it works like a magic to attract the audience. Look into the eyes. Look into the eyes of the audience and talk to them while looking into their eyes. When you look into their eyes, they cannot do anything else. When you look into their eyes, there is a psychology, there is a magic happening. You're looking into their eyes, you're talking to them while looking into their eyes. They will surely get connected to you. They will never ever get distracted because you are directly looking at them. So don't stare at them like this, they will get scared. But look into their eyes and you can decide like 10 people that I will look at this, I will look at this, I will look at this, and keep moving while speaking. Now I'm looking at this, now I'm looking at this, now I'm looking at this. You have to look into the eyes. This is very, very important. Point number 9. Never ever read the script. One of the idol of all the anchors, including me, if you would have seen Geetika Ganjudhar, who has recently hosted for Prime Minister Narendra Modi winning ceremony as well, you would never ever find Geetika Ganjudhar reading from the cue cards or any script. And I also try my level best to never ever, the moment you have started reading like this and then you are speaking, your connect with the audience have gone. They would never ever like any singer who is looking at the song and then singing, or any anchor who is looking at the script and then talking to you. They would never ever. So even if you have to remember it 100 times, 1000 times, make sure that you remember your complete script. You have to talk to them without looking at script. Yes, when there are some like the names and all, for like lighting of Diya, I would like to call Mr. Anil Gupta, Mr. Sham Benegal, or whatever it is. The names you can look, even I would request you to even remember the names as well. But if you can't remember the names, and we cannot do any sort of mistake in speaking the names and all, then that's pretty fine. But make sure you never ever watch the script. So for the lighting of Diya, I would like to call this. No, not at all. So you have to memorize the complete script. It's a huge task, but trust me, it works like a really true magic to attract the audience. And the 10th, this is last but not the least, and very important. Irrespective of how good looking you are, irrespective of how popular you are, irrespective of how expensive you are, irrespective of what good, how much money you are getting for your show, if you don't have this one thing, then you can never ever attract the audience. This is the pulse of the audience. And 10th and the most important secret is humor, comedy. Humor is the only secret. You can research worldwide all these successful anchors who have hosted for Oscar award, who have hosted for all the biggest awards, all the biggest shows. They have only one thing common. They all had sense of humor. So make sure that you have to work on your sense of humor. And I always say that never ever copy someone else, because then what happens, that you are not creating your own style. So you need to have the sense of humor. So these are the 10 points which I have used in my day-to-day life to attract the audience. So I hope if you will implement, you have to implement it. Generally what happens that we just watch the videos and after that we forget everything. So make sure that you have to watch this video again and again, and you have to implement all these 10 points. Trust me, you will become the finest anchor of India. You will become the magnet on stage. You will attract the audience. If you have any query, if you have any questions, and if you have any confusion about the public speaking, about the stage anchoring, and about how to grow into this field of anchoring, public speaking, or in general also for your school, college anchoring, then you can write your question, your query on this comment box down here. And how did you like this video? Make sure to write your comment as well. And yes, make sure to subscribe my channel as well, because I get a lot of money from YouTube. Well, with this, this is your host and Dost Girish sign off. Goodbye, take care, thank you for watching. Namaskar. Subscribe karo, bye.